Arts Collective is a gathering place as well as a group of people who gather. They gather together to do art. Sometimes it's collaboratively and sometimes it's their own. My name is Lindsay Beale, and I work at the Pandora Arts Collective as studio facilitator and office administrator. It's a place where creativity is nurtured, and we've set up parameters or guidelines that we know make an environment more conducive to creativity, to the creative impulse. And it's inspiring, encouraging, and it's beautiful.
I'm Clive Beale, and I'm the director of the Little Fernwood Gallery.
My name's Ileana Jones, and I'm gallery assistant.
We came out of the mental health community, and gradually over the years we built this group as a self-directed way to get people involved in the arts and involved in the community.
We're open Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 to 4, and we have trained art therapists on staff. Their role is to, be there as a support for artists. It's a really nice space to come to, and anyone's welcome to it.
Right. So we don't restrict ourselves to the mental health community.
That's
Anyone
right.
is invited to come in and do artwork with us.
Hi, my name's Don. This is Bella. And I've always wanted to paint, but I've always been afraid to go to an art class because I figure I don't know how to paint. And I always figured we'd be full of artists who, know what they're doing. I didn't want to be in that environment because I wasn't confident. I always wanted to paint her. That was my first thing. I wanted to paint her. And then when she suffered a stroke, I thought, time's running out. And that's when I came here and basically learned how to paint.
This line, right?
Well, she's been a big part of my life. I suffered a brain injury, and she was a big part of me recouping from that. She came just after my injury, so I wasn't in a good place when she came to my life. She made me get out of bed. She made me do things. So she was quite a companion to have. I did one when she was younger, just a straight picture of her, and then one when she was about 15 or 16, and then I did the Aztec Princess Bella, which was a lot of fun to do. And then I did the latest one I did was Mexican Bella laying on a sombrero. The support from the instructor is just phenomenal. Every time I'm paid, I learn something from them, and it's good. I mean, I ask them questions. They're so patient. They're able to explain it, and if I don't understand it, then they help us. Yeah.
My name is Mike Emmy, and I am the board chair of the Pandora Arts Collective. I look around both with the studio folks at PAX and the people that I work with in the arts outside of PAX and see lots of very different reasons for making art. For some it's very spiritual or meditative. For some it is almost a kind of wordless bliss. You can just see that they are in a place where they want to be. When you are making art, at some level you're inventing a new system of communication that you share with the people around you. It isn't, although it can be, it isn't a pre-existing code. I can use a tool nobody's ever used before to make art, and I can make a mark that is unique to me, and then share that with other people and invite them to understand it and to respond to it.
My name is Anushka Vanderpool. I think the Pandora Arts Collective Society, first of all, it is open to everybody, and that's how I came here. I live down the road, and I like creating art. So I have been making drawings and using it kind of as a medium to illustrate a message. Basically, the intention is to help, and so all the artwork that's created here by me, is really just a messaging system. So you have a very big confusion. There's lots of movements, and here these are like, you could say, all kinds of internal states. This one's called insomnia and euphoria mixed together. Then you have these are another shapes and forms that occur within the internal states. They can't be described in words, they can only be described in pictures.
I think that ability to communicate on your own terms is one of the reasons why art therapy matters, and one of the reasons why lots and lots of people who would never say they're involved in therapy are involved in art and find it very therapeutic.
My name is Michina Elizabeth Hexibus. I'm an artist. I'm a member of the Pandora Arts Collective for about 8 years now, and I paint monsters and I doodle and I draw portraits. Art is my life. By that I mean that I don't really do much else activity-wise other than socializing with friends and family and stuff. I've been doing art most of my life, so I found it's always been like a good thing for me to turn to. It's not destructive, it's constructive. So you're actually creating something with your mind, and I think that's a really positive thing for people who don't necessarily have outlets. The monsters are, I paint them because I find that they're the creatures in the movies that I could relate to, because they were outcasted by society and they were just sort of, to me they were just sort of misunderstood creatures. They were maybe demonized by, just people that didn't get where they came from or what they were about. When I come here I feel free to be myself and nobody judges me. Everybody's just like a big family and just kind of come and do art and chit chat about whatever. Art itself is just very therapeutic.
The Little Fernwood Gallery is the interface between the Fernwood community and inside the hall here where Pandora Arts gathers.
We feature new and emerging artists. Often it's a chance for the artists to have their first show. Some galleries charge $300 a week to show. And I like it that we don't do that because it makes it more accessible and inviting, and you get art that you wouldn't have got otherwise, I think.
I think that reaching out into the community, feeling like the things that you have to offer are something that the community wants to see and should see, is incredibly powerful.
People can get access to art just by walking by. Lots of people, even bus drivers, say that they notice when there's no art on the walls. They notice when there is, and they look forward to seeing the changes that happen. So it's extremely accessible. A lot of art galleries are daunting for people because they don't know if it means that they have to buy something or if the pressure's going to be on them. What are they going to talk about? What are they going to say? Is there going to be somebody in there who's looking at them look? But when you have a gallery like this sitting right on the street, right at the sidewalk, and people have no obligation except the joy of just indulging in having a look. That interface has been a great benefit to the public, and it's been supported by Pandora Arts. And now the Little Fernwood Gallery is an entity on its own, but it's still a bridge to what happens in here. And people come through the gallery and find out about us, or we open the doors and have an open house.
I'm Devorah Stone, and this show is called All Over the Place. And the reason why I called it All Over the Place is because it's something that people used to say about me when I was a kid, that I was all over the place and I was kind of messy. Well, I was very messy. And I thought, why not own it? And I did this painting, and I wanted to make a complete and total abstraction, but of course everybody sees all kinds of different things in it, even though it's supposed to be an abstract. It's fabulous. It's my second home, really. It's a place where I can go and do art because I have a really small apartment, and I don't know where else I would do this art if I didn't have Pandora. I really don't know.
Running Pandora Arts, when you pare it right down to the studio, it just needs someone who's overseeing and taking care of the nitty-gritty and keeping it organized and well-maintained and keeping the emotional climate of the environment safe for everybody. And the participants do the rest. They generate goodwill and inspiration and motivation, and it runs, and it's a beautiful thing.
It is such a supportive place. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do, what you don't do. Nobody cares. You can just come in there, feel safe, feel supportive, and just do your thing. Really, it's the promise of the 60s.